All right, so I got a question from a couple of y'all that wanted to know what an elimination diet is and why I chose to go on one. So the best way that I could do that simply was to explain the definition behind it and my experience with it. So we'll get into it. Now, to put it simply, an elimination diet is a short-term eating plan where you remove specific foods that might be causing gut pain, allergies, or inflammation, and then slowly add them back over time one by one to see which ones are the actual triggers. Now, it's comprised of 4 parts: the cut, the break, the test, and the goal. The cut, you remove specific foods, usually for about 2 to 6 weeks. The break it's giving your body time to heal and for your symptoms to disappear. The test is where you bring the foods back one at a time to watch for negative reactions. And the goal is ultimately for you to build an eating plan where you no longer feel pain. Now, my triggers were, I noticed that whenever I was eating certain carbohydrates, specifically high FODMAPs, I was getting severe bloating, stomach pain, and digestive issues. Examples of what high FODMAPs are your apples, watermelon, honey, lactose, specifically onions and garlic, wheat, beans, high fructose corn syrup, so on and so forth. I came to these conclusions because I enlisted the help of a nutritionist and a gastrointestinal doctor, and I was diagnosed with IBS, and they recommended this trial. So I'm currently in week 2 of it, and I am pain-free, symptom-free, all of that. So I'm definitely thriving on it. But while week 1 was challenging personally, just having to consistently say, no, I'm not eating that, no, I'm not having that, and really dwindling things back to being as bland as possible, only using salt and pepper, only really just sticking to the basics on the list that I'm allowed to eat from, which comment down below if you want that. I'll let you, I'll give you what I got. I'm not gatekeeping anything, even though this is publicly knowledgeable and accessible information or whatever. Look, if I got it, you can get it. But yeah, ultimately right now where I stand at in week 2, which I got my appointment follow-up next week where we discuss the reintroduction phase. So I'm excited to see what that leads up to being. But this video is running a little bit longer than what I intended it to. So if you got some questions, don't forget to drop them below.